Won't miss seeing you every day.
Here, I want to invite up two more guests tonight. Hudson actually holds an open license, and what that means is that we are like an island. We can recommend any product that we want to. We can not recommend products. I'm an island. Hudson actually pays Michael's bills. Michael doesn't get paid by any of the platforms. It means that we can sort of completely put our clients first and put products first. So we hold our own license, and through our investment committee, we've chosen that we use Colonial, we use Hub24, and we use ART for our industry fund. So we could use any funds that we want to, any platform. When I say a platform, it's sort of like Ivan's always had a good analogy with platforms. It's almost like choosing Woolworths or Coles. Same products within the shopping centres, but just a different, Coles or Woolworths. So that's Colonial. Colonial is our platform, and Hub24 is another platform that we use because they allow us to have, it's a wrap account. So effectively, it's not just funds. We can have shares, direct equities, we can have private equity. Hub24, ETFs, exactly. ETFs are a huge space at the moment. So I was going to ask these two guys to leave. Thank you, both of you. And I'd like to invite Sam Harrison, State Manager for Colonial, and Jay Collins from Hub24 up to the stage. Hudson has had a love affair of Colonial for 30 years. So Colonial has been part of Hudson for a long time. I came back on just at the start of COVID, actually, as the Managing Director of Hudson. And after much deliberation, I thought Colonial, all right, we'll keep him around. So I'm going to start with Colonial tonight, and I just want Sam to spend a few minutes and tell everybody what he loves about Colonial. I think you've been at Colonial 16 years?
Is this on? Yes, it is, sorry. Almost 16 years. It'll be 16 years next February.
So what do you love about Colonial, Sam?
No, it's a great question. And look, firstly, thanks for the invite tonight, Juanita, and all the team at Hudson, and obviously all their clients. And a lot of the clients in the room here tonight are clients of Colonial First State. So look, thank you for attending. It's great to sort of press the flesh and talk to you all. It's probably the best part of my job, actually, coming out and seeing the end investors that entrust us to manage and look after your money. And I think Ivan used a good analogy before in terms of, what is a investment platform or superannuation fund? And I actually use that same example, I'm like Coles or Woolies. I don't care what you buy in my shop as long as you shop with me. And I think Jay would use a similar analogy, so it's quite a good one to use. So, look, the previous two gentlemen that were sitting here before, Michael and Alice, said, look, it's really exciting the world that they operate in, and it's really important in terms of the role they play for anyone here that receives financial advice. And we're sort of that next step down. Like, it's not necessarily really exciting what we do in our world, Jay and I, but we have a really critical part to play, and that's really to make sure that all the assets that the advisors choose to invest on your behalf are managed safely and in accordance with the law and the legislation. So a big part of our job, not our personal jobs, but the teams that sit behind us, is just making sure that we keep up to date with all the changes that the government rolls down the line each year to make sure that we're compliant and we continue to make pension payments for those that have pensions, or build your superannuation balances that for those of you that have super funds. But sorry, Juanita, back to your question, sort of why do I love Colonial? Well, there's a couple of reasons. It's quite funny, I sort of ended up at Colonial accidentally. I finished uni, I didn't have a job to go to, and I sort of chucked in my CVs everywhere, and Colonial's the one that took me. So I haven't left, and haven't found a reason to sort of kick me out, so it's been quite good. But in all seriousness, the reason I love the company is, we've got a long history and a proud history in the Australian market in terms of looking after people's retirement savings. And one interesting stat that I always sort of love to tote out is that the federal government is the biggest payer of age pension payments in the country. So some people in the room may receive full or part age pension. The next biggest payer of pension payments in the country is Colonial First State. So we're in a really privileged position in terms of ensuring that every week, every fortnight, every month, year or half year, we make those payments to those clients who depend on that for their livelihoods, and sort of reflecting back to what Ivan said, like, you know, it's important to know what you want to do with your life, and it's my job to make sure that I can meet those needs. But the other reason I love Colonial is that, you know, we get to do things like this. We get to come and talk to clients and really just understand who you are, what you're about, because, you know, more often than not, the systems that we look at, you're a name and a number on the screen, but it's actually good to come and see here and spend some time with everyone tonight. So, yeah, that's why I love Colonial.
So, Colonial and Hub. Hub has actually only come on board at Hudson over the last couple of years since I came back to Hudson. And we looked around at a whole lot of other platforms, and we loved a lot of things about Hub. So I know why we love Hub, but I've got Jay here tonight. I just want Jay to sort of tell everybody why he loves Hub. And also, Hub have some great products. They've got a really great product I love for the younger, you know, professionals in the room. It's in a self-managed super fund space. So I'll handball to Jay, but...
Thank you, Juanita. Make sure this kicks in like yours did, hopefully. Okay, on? There we go, that's easier. Look, how do I follow that anyway? Such a great talker. So essentially everything that Sam said, we're just that little bit better. That's probably the easiest way I can articulate what we do. No, look, essentially, so I'm Jay Collins and I work with Hub24. So yeah, we're a full wrap platform, and our role essentially is after these guys do all the heavy lifting, all the strategic advice, figure out exactly what's going to help you guys get to where you need to be. We need to support them and give them the tools and the technology and the functionality to actually get you there. So that's essentially what Hub do in a nutshell. The reason why I like working there is I've been there for 4 years, and it was an accident as well. We seem to always just fall into jobs. I met my boss over a coffee and he offered me a role. I was in advice before that, and he offered me it and I took it. And the reason why, he did sell me on the fact that Hub24 are constantly trying to disrupt and innovate the market. So how can we give people, advisors, clients, access or abilities that are not in the market yet to assist them take that next step? Because you've got to do the things today really well, without a doubt. But the places that really are successful, the people who get ahead are the ones who innovate and do something a little bit different and capitalize early. And that's what I see Hub do very, very well. And one of the things as well, which is perfect, you brought it up as well, Juanita, was the SMSF stuff. Now, we all know the market, SMSF market is huge. It's predominantly, ASIC changed their rules, moving it down from $500,000 assumption of what the value should be to, well, 200-ish. But the main reason that was costings behind it was expensive. So we're not touching the actual legitimate SMSF market. When I say legitimate, the current 41 to 55-year-old person with $500,000 in this. We're opening up a brand new market. And it's those young professionals or people who want to be extremely engaged with their super who might only have a smaller amount. They might have $70,000 between, 70,000 each, so 100,000, 140 grand each. How do you get clients access to be more engaged with their super, to be able to take it wherever they want at a much younger age for essentially the same price as would be with any normal super fund they go into? And that's what we've launched. We've launched a service which is end-to-end establishment of an SMSF, auditing guidelines, because let's be honest, with a SMSF, you guys are in control. You stuff up, you get done by the regulator. It's not the product provider, it's not the advisor. You're the trustees of your own super, so it's a very important task to do. We've set up the ability to guide you through all that, have everything done compliantly, as well as have your tax returns done for the same price as would be going into a standard retail offering, whether it was with Sam, myself, Art, anything like that. It's not to encroach on standard SMSF accountants' business. This is for the ones they wouldn't take. So it's a really exciting offering, something we can definitely talk more about, but it's a market that's not even opened yet.
No, it's great. It's one of the things I love about Hub is the innovation that comes through Hub. We've got so many people to get through tonight. I just wanted everyone to put a face to Colonial and Hub. Meet these guys through the night if you want to. Nick Windsor, where's Nick? Nick, show your face, Nick. Nick's from Art. So if anybody's got Art, so Art is Q Super and Sun Super. Nick is my Art rep tonight, so any hard-hitting questions, get Nick if you've got Q Super or Sun Super. He's your man. I'll get these guys to leave the couch. Thank you, both of you. Find them if you've got any questions through the night. Thanks, boys.